Welcome to this night of Samhain, to this night where the veil thins, the night where the mystery of the ancestors come to us, where we feel connected to the ones we love who are no longer with us. Join me, the crown of Avalon, the crown of this night of Samhain, here in this beautiful ceremony. I invite you all to close your eyes, to allow yourself to get comfortable, to feel the magic of this night slowly unfolding within you, to feel the energy of the crown shaking and awaking within you. How does your body feel right now? Allowing yourself to take a deep breath in and to breathe out. We're going to do this 2 more times. And on the out breath, you might want to make a sound, a movement, a shake, really letting go of the stresses and tension of today. Breathing in the magic of Samhain. Exhaling the stress. Once more, releasing your stresses and fears into my cauldron. Feed me with your fear, with your pain and your stress this night. Let my cauldron come and devour and take away all of those troubles for you, so we can sit in this circle to reminisce, to share, to witness this beautiful ceremony and to remember the ones we've loved. So allowing yourself to be seated, to ground and center yourself in your homeland while connecting to the energies of Avalon. Taking a deep breath in and sending a cord of connection down from your heart center, down through your body, through your lower chakras, down your spine, down through your legs, your feet, sending out roots from your feet, thick brown branches, rooting you to the soil, allowing your roots to go deeper into the earth below, into her soil, into the caves, connecting with the ancestors as we pass by, grounding your energy, going deeper and deeper into the beautiful molten rock of the earth, feeling the connectedness to Mother Nature, to Gaia, to this beautiful planet, sending your roots down into the heart center of our beautiful mother, connecting your roots all together, all of us connecting in root to root, linking us across the world to each other, connecting us all here today from the heart center of our beautiful planet. Feeling that love, seeing all of our roots intermingle, entwine like beautiful lace patterns that come and weave together, a beautiful tapestry. And breathing in that love now, breathing in that energy, the radiance of Gaia, of Goddess, of Mother Earth, breathing her energy up through your roots. Maybe you're seeing beautiful colors, golds, violets, purples, greens or pinks, breathing her energy up, passing the ancestors, passing the crystals, passing all through the soil, the mushrooms, the connections, until you can feel her energy, the energy of Mother Earth, awakening and expanding at the soles of your feet, feeling her energy tingle with excitement, with healing, with nurturing, with care and bliss, and breathing her energy into your feet, into your ankles and thighs, into your knees and hips, really feeling yourself rooted in the energy of our mother, feeling her energy radiate from our base chakra into our sacral, into our desires, our manifestations, our creations, into our solar plexus, allowing the energy of our mother to release and heal unwanted burdens and tension, and breathing her energy into our heart, filling our heart with her love and compassion. Feeling that grounding energy as we send another chord up from our heart, going higher this time through our throat, through our third eye, and out through the crown of our head, going above, seeing this beautiful land we live on, higher and higher into the night sky, flying with the crows high up into the atmosphere, flying higher on our broomsticks, flying up to the moon, to the stars, feeling that energy of stardust, of our mother star, of our cosmic mother, that sparkling excitement, feeling the expansion of the cosmos, of the universe, of Star Goddess. Breathing the energies of the stars back down through our silver cord of connection. Breathing in the stars, breathing in the energy of the new lunar moon. Breathing in those beautiful night sky vibes. Flying back down with the crows, the owls, the nighttime creatures of this season. Bringing that energy down into the building where you're seated. And into the top of the crown of your head. Feeling your crown open, pulsate and expand with the energies of the cosmos, of the stars. Bringing that awareness down into your third eye, allowing you to open your vision, your psychic senses, opening you to the magic and the mysteries of this night as we step through the veil. Bringing that energy of the stars down into your throat to reclaim your power, to reclaim your strength and confidence and courage. Reclaiming who you are, your authenticity, and breathing that energy down now into your heart, feeling that soul connection of the cosmos and of the earth, feeling connected to all things. And here in this space, just send a call out to your sisters and brothers in this circle, a beautiful golden or silver thread, weaving us all together like one big, beautiful, sacred web, joining us, feeling those threads from others here in this ceremony, connect to us in our heart center, for we are always connected, no matter the distance, no matter the space, our hearts are always there, radiating, uniting us together in love, in the love of Goddess, and in the love of all that we do in this life. allowing your energy to expand into your aura, into this beautiful space around you, feeling that connection, cocooning you for this beautiful, magical night of fun, mystery, enchantment, and excitement. Taking one last deep breath in, breathing out, and slowly moving your fingers and toes, coming back into your beautiful, sensual body, giving your knees a little squeeze, your arms, feeling what it is to be alive. And when you are ready, come and open your eyes. Join me in lighting the candle. Here I have a sacred candle that I light whenever somebody passes away. This candle holds all the memories of our loved ones, of all the people that have passed away this year and all the years before. And on each Samhain night, I light this candle in honor of all the people that have gone before us, that we love, that we miss. But we know that this night is when they come back to be with us. So I invite you to light your own candle wherever you are in the world, to share your light, to remember the ancestors, your loved ones that are always around us. Sometimes we might be able to smell them. Other times we can hear them. Other times we just know they're there watching us. And this candle, this beautiful sacred flame, represents all of them that we hold so dearly in our hearts. Blessed be. Now join with me as we call in the wheel of Anna, the wheel of the year. This is more than just a calling in. This is an invocation to feel the energy of Goddess within all her seasons. So listen to these sacred words as we call in. Breathe these energies in. Call her into your homeland. Call me in. All of the goddesses from around the world, from your homelands, call them in. Her creatures, her animals, her ways of being. Feel Goddess within your presence. I call to the Goddess, to the crown of Samhain, to join us for this ceremony, to lead us through the veil of transformation, to lead us into change and creativity. I call to her toad, her hawk. I call to the crows to lead us, to transform us. Sheila Nagik, Dark Mother, Crone of Avalon, I call your presence. I call to you in this ceremony to allow us to step into your world, into the essence of Samhain. I call to your magic to lift up the veil so we can seek our ancestors, our loved ones, our dearly departed. Crown of Avalon, be with us Awaken us, inspire us, and heal us as we breathe in your energy. Hail and welcome, Throne of Samhain. Blessed be.
I call to the crone of air, the crone of the north. Kaliach, ancient wise woman, I call to you. Arianrod of the silver wheel, I call to the goddess of air, of breath, of wind. We feel the winds of change blowing at this time. And the winds that carry the voices of the ancient ones. I call to your birds, the owl, the wren. And I thank you for your wisdom. Crone of the north, crone of air, hail and welcome. I breathe you in.
And turn with me to the northeast, where we welcome in the crone of Imbolc. Bride Brigantia in her crone aspect. Lady of healing, of inspiration and words. With her snake totem as it sheds its skin to bring us anew, to bring us healing and for letting go. Her wolf totem that helps us guide us through the dark nights ahead, our companion and guide. We breathe her in, her flame of inspiration with our heart that helps shine the light at this time of Samhain as we welcome in our past loved ones and ancestors. And we breathe in our energy. Just out of breath. Hail and welcome to the crone of Imbolc. Blessed be.
And turn with me now in your mind's eye to the east. We call you crone of fire, dark knoll of our fire. Morgan Clayton, we welcome you to this ceremony of Samhain. Crone of fire, you who are the fire of the cauldron. Hazel woman, come with your hen, come with your hair, come with your black hats. Come to this evening where we celebrate your dark face. Come and protect us. Give us courage for this dark part of the year. Crone of fire, bring us your transformation so we can feel your presence. Bring us your sacred flame that melts and dissolves our fears so we may see our shadows and transform them into your light. We breathe you in. Hail and welcome, crone of fire. Blessed be.
We call you crown of Beltane, Nolava the lover, great Queen Rhiannon, white mare. We call you Morgan Thetis. We open our heart to receive your love and the love of those who have passed. We honor of our ancestors and their sacred union, which gives us a place of belonging on this life. We breathe your energy in. Hail and welcome, crown of Beltane. Blessed be.
And from the south, we call you crown of water, goddess of emotion, crown. We are feeling your tears falling for the pain you see on this planet, the sorrow of women and children in war, the desperation of those living in danger and in poverty, the mourning of those who have lost the beloved one, relative, friends, animals. Crown of water, come here this evening and teach us how to dive into our emotion, into the flow, how to allow ourselves to express our mourning, our sorrow, how to bubble up it like a storm in the sea, and how to accept that and find the calm of your deep, deep water. Crown of water, we breathe you in. Hail and welcome, crown of water. Blessed be.
And turn with me to the southwest as we welcome the crone goddess of Lammas, of the mother aspect and of the harvest. At this time of Samhain, which is the last harvest, what are we bringing in? What memories, what dreams and visions are we harvesting and bringing into the mother to be nurtured and given birth to anew? As we feel her loving embrace at this time of Samhain, when the pain and loss of loved ones is near, knowing that she is holding our hand as we traverse this time of remembrance. With her stag, with the horns, animals of deer and cattle, where their horns are touching the heavens, bringing down that inspiration, feeling that inspiration within our solar plexus. Breathe her energy in. And feel her love and her holding of us at this time of the veil at its thinnest. Hail and welcome to the crone aspect of the mother of Lammas. Blessed be.
And from the west we call to you, crone of earth. You who are the body on which we live and breathe, on which we stand and sit and fall and run. You whose earth is made up of the bones and ashes of our ancestors. Crone of earth, you have been here from the beginning, from the first moments that the earth was formed. You were here. You are Banva, Lady of the land from before the flood. You are Gaia, our Mother Earth. You are Crone Nolava, Crone of this sacred land. You are Maronwi, Morgan of Earth. You are the strength. You are the resilience. You are the power. You are the substance through which we all manifest. And we are so grateful to you. We thank you for your creatures that walk on the earth and in the earth, all the creatures who slide upon the earth, who burrow into the earth, the badger, the fox, the boar. These are your creatures, these earthy ones, who can take the substance of who we are and transform it in this season of Samhain. Crone of earth, we breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Crone of earth. Let's breathe.
And now turn with me to the center in your mind's eye, where I call to the Lady of Avalon as crone of this season. Lady, Lady, Lady of Avalon, you who are the source and the return, you who are the deep guide of the heart's journey, of birth and life and flourishing and death and rebirth. At this time of Samhain, this time of the thinning of the veils, we honor you and we thank you for our life. We thank you for the lives of all those ancestors who have come before and all those who will follow us in our mother line and father line. We honor you as the great initiatrix of our soul. You who are here to call to us, call us into greatest manifestation and being. You who call us through the veils. You who call us through that yonic portal of creativity and creation. You who are here at all times. You who are here with every breath and beyond the breath. We honor you in our deep journeys. We honor you in our digging for the gold within and for what we find and how we find it. Beloved Lady of Avalon, we honor you in your presence in all the animals of the earth. We honor you in the call of your crow, the call that brings the messages from beyond that allow us to hear the voice of our beloved, sacred, blessed spirits beyond the veil. Beloved Lady, bless us with your presence. Bless us with your totality as we find you in this sacred time. Beloved Lady of Avalon, crone of this season of Samhain, I honor you, love you, and I breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Lady of Avalon, blessed be.
Steering, steering in the cauldron deep, old wise woman, secrets keep. Wheel between the worlds grow thin, carried when calls us home again. Heck of shadow, keep a night, take what fades beyond my thought. Through the misty all transforms darkness, dreams that shall be formed. Round and round the ages turn, in her cauldron all return. What was living now is drawn, dark womb holds what will be born.
Hello, I'm calling in today from Yew Tree House, where I live, and I have lived for the last 25 years. And when we moved into this house, there was no yew tree. And I did think that was a shame, because obviously there must have been one here somewhere. And then over the first couple of years, when digging around in the corner of the property, we found a tiny sapling which we left there, and then found it was a yew tree. So I can tell you with all certainty that my about 20-foot high yew tree has grown that much in that time, from something that was just under the weeds to something that has grown and been grown with me, really. And it has been such an honor to watch how she grows and how she thickens and how she reacts to the weather as well here. And the yew tree is such a guardian tree. We talk, when I do these seasonal talks, about how many species there are of trees like the beech, the birch and the oak, and yet the yew tree has so few species, and that is because she is almost eternal, which she is ageless, and that is one of her beauties. She has grace to witness time itself, and she's one of the oldest trees in the world. And when we say that, we say it with knowledge that it's very hard to date trees once they are hollowed out in the middle, and we find that with our oaks. But we can look back through history to see where a tree has been mentioned at special occasions. So we know some of our trees were there for signing of various important documents and so on and so forth. So we know that some of our guardian yews have been there for a very, very long time. There's even talk about a yew in Britain having been seen and witnessed the birth of Pontius Pilate, who came to the country a long, long time ago. So yew trees are our oldest tree in the UK. And actually, not just that, but we're quite special at having a tree associated with graveyards as well. There is one tree that is so well connected to graveyards. So she is out of the world, and there's lots of letters, D's, to describe her. She is different, she's diffident, she's discerning. She is death and life. She is a paradox of life and death. We know that she grows, and she grows strong, and she's very able to withhold and be strong and change to her environment. And she does that in so many different ways. She doesn't just grow up like my tree is growing, but she'll adapt to what she needs to do in order to stay alive. As she hollows out and creates space in her core, she sends out her branches, which curl down to the ground to pick up more nutrients. And so when you're looking at a very ancient yew tree, then you'll see these curled branches which mirror the roots coming up as well. And that is one of her features as well. As above, so below. And you'll hear me say that so many times about the yew tree. And one of the questions, of course, is she the tree? Is she the world tree? Is she Ystragil, which I talked about in an earlier season? And did Odin hang upside down in this tree for 9 days and 9 nights? We know the significance of the number 9. This tree has a claim to that in the so above as below, or vice versa, because you don't know which way you are up. You can see the yew tree upside down one way or another. So where are we rooted? What is root and what is shoot? Because she welcomes us to see the world from a completely different perspective, that of upside down. And new knowledge, new perspective, new being out in the world and of liminal spaces. You only need to go and spend time with a yew tree to know that you're in the other world, to know that you have one step foot in each place. That talking, she talks with a different language from other trees. She talks in more ways than just her voice of silence or her imposing awareness. There's so much more to this yew. She is the tree of boundaries, that where the sun shines and that where the shade belongs. And she therefore is around about shadow work. She talks to us about shadow and balance, and us balancing ourselves, us knowing our edges and what really are our edges. Sometimes we get frightened. No, that is as far as I can go. And yet, is that really our edge? And she invites us. Come on, why do you think that? Why? What are the challenges that you're meeting there that are stopping you from coming out into the sunlight? She's ring fencing your time. She's ring fencing because she is out of time. She's out of space. She's standing wide within her space. Time is hollowed out, and it's a new opportunity to make new bows, looking at how we appear. And she's that opposite for Beltane, and she's a real opposite in that way as well. So Beltane is all about how we look, our red, lovely, luscious lipstick and our hair and our being attractive. And Madame Yew comes along and says, why do you want to look like that? What are you doing it for? What are you covering up? What are you keeping in the shadow that it matters to you what people think? What is our truth? What is our authenticity? Where is our shame? Where is our toxicity to ourselves and our beautiful bodies? Where are we shooting our arrows? And is that a good place for us? So this is a yew arrow. And we have to be aware of yew because she can be potent. She can be toxic. Most parts of the yew tree are toxic. And I have a beautiful little bough from my beautiful tree, which she's allowed me to take, hanging beautifully right now. So the wood is toxic, the leaves are toxic. Working with her makes your hands go red. You have to be so aware of how much time you spend with her. And these beautiful red berries, I'm not going to suggest you eat them, but the little seed that's inside it, this is the fruit. The little seed inside that is very toxic. That is the most toxic part in one tiny part of this. So she is very toxic. And yet, as we know in these days, that she does actually give life-giving properties. And it's no surprise there that when we're looking at Beltane, that is lush and ruby and ripe as we are. So So she is about the opposite as well. She's about breaking habits. She invites us to look beyond our habits, right inside, to invite ourselves to change and see how we see our own emotional responses and consider better alternatives for ourselves. She questions our self-worth, telling us that we'll only find it within ourselves, within our own shadow and our own branches. And that can stand the test of time and learning to have our roots and using our branches to become roots. So above goes below. So she invites us to align our life's journey with the song of our soul. She tells me that she is the lost language of love. We are the ancestors of our future. So when we're faced with this fabulous tree and her deep dark green and promiscuous ruby fruits, what is our legacy? We have all the time in the multiverse and yet none to squander. This is the paradox of time. We need to look at our skills. What are we being shown? Because the yew tree speaks a different language. So unlike most of the rest of the world, we have trees here that have been here in graveyards, and they are associated with graveyards. But my question is, if this tree can live over 4,000 years, and many of our British varieties have been in churchyards for over 2,000, which came first? Because by my reckoning, there weren't any churches in Britain in those days, so the yew tree was there first. So this is our church. This is the place of worship for those people of Britain who came before us, for our ancestors. And in the UK, we quite often, if we're lucky enough, see a legacy of our ancestors in the beautiful Sheila Gig, with her opening her yoni to be a guardian. And this tree is asking to be called a Sheila Gig as well. Her beautiful hollowed out inside, yoni-like shapes, her rubiness, inviting us to come. She is the guardian of the underworld as well. She invites us to soften our gaze, just to hear and see and be with her. She reminds us that the quality of existence is measured through moments of preciousness rather than activity or achievements. And that is what I'm going to leave you with this most magnificent of trees. Blessed be.
Wrapped in the darkness, I walk the land. My lives weave a tapestry, a magnificent road of birth and death, a new beginning. I was born in your cauldron, and to your womb I return. And one day you will call on me to take account of what I learned. Carried wind, I find you in the darkest places, where I feel the most to tread. Unflinching wisdom to let go and to rise again. I was born in your cauldron, and to your womb I return. And one day you will call on me to take account of what I've learned. I hear the breath of my ancestors whispering in your wind, and in your breath of healing, my enemy becomes my friend. And
Thank you. In this season of Samhain, I want to speak to you about death. As I have got older, I can see death ahead of me. Of course, death can come at any time. And the crone of this season is ready to take us home again. So I wrote a book, which is called The Avalon Book of the Dead. This book has 3 parts to it, because I realized that in writing about death, I must also write about life and what life is, and therefore what death might be, what death is, and the process of dying. So I'm just going to read to you a short piece from the book. This is from the section that is called Enter Lisa, the Book of Dying. Between where we are now, alive, living on the earth, and where we will go when we die, there is a cord that will break, a gap to cross, a space, a moment of transformation and transition from the embodied to the disembodied state of being. The soul is the integrating energy for creating an embodied life. When the soul releases its embodiment, the physical human alive on the earth dies and immediately begins to disintegrate and become disembodied. It only takes a moment to let go of life. Yet this moment is filled with her mystery. It is the space of now, where Crone Nolava and the Crow women of Avalon dwell. In Avalonian culture, Crone Nolava stands on the threshold between life and death. She is the cutter, the death crone. Holding her moon sickle at death, she cuts the thread of life, the sutratma that brings life and consciousness to the body. Crone Nolava invites us to cross over into the other world, into Avalon, onto the Western Isle of the Dead. She can move easily between the living world and the world of the dead. Nothing stops her. She can assume different forms. Sometimes she is a vast, loving light of single or multicolors that embraces us completely. Sometimes she appears in the images by which we know her, as we have seen her in visions and reality as Lady of Avalon, as Nolava of the sacred land, as goddess woman with her deer horns violet skin and radiance with her rainbow light. At other times she is black Nolava, the unfathomable darkness, darker than the darkest depths of the universe, darker than dark matter and the universal dark energy. The lady's daughters, the 9 Crow women, can also appear on both sides of the veil to Avalon and in the space between where her mists arise. They often accompany the dying and the dead to Avalon, in 1s or 2s, 3s or 5s, however many are needed to support the soul in finding its way to Avalon. In the patriarchal world, isolation is believed to be the way it is. We are told repeatedly that we are all born alone and we all die alone. This is untrue. This is a very lonely masculine worldview. We are not meant to be born alone or live alone or to die alone. In death, it is our natural right to be accompanied through the moments of death by our loved ones, those who love and care for us, by skillful death keepers, death doulas, and soul midwives, by the death crone herself. We may also be accompanied by the loving presence of Crow women who have the great capacity to pass through the death gate with us to the sacred isle. Crow women are present on both sides of the veil and can be with us as we die. We are not alone in these moments. We are not meant to be. As well as having human support, the crone and the Crow women support and hold us in these places of transition and disembodiment. We all die. We all die. We all die. I'd like you now to consider your loved ones who have already passed through the veil, who have given their lives to being disembodied, to becoming dead. And when we think of the dead, we think that perhaps they have gone completely, that we cannot communicate with them or know them or touch them or see them or feel them, and this is not true. The only thing that is gone from us is touch, physical touch. They no longer have a physical body, but they have an energetic body. They have many different ways of communicating with us if we are willing and open to their communication. So I am inviting you to take your photograph or your painting, your image of your loved one, and to hold it in your hands or maybe to place it beside your heart, because we're going to just take a short journey through the veil to the sacred isle to see what happens when we journey to Avalon. So just closing your eyes, being comfortable where you are, relaxing your body, knowing that all is well, that you are held in the loving embrace of the crone of Avalon, in her season of Samhain. In your mind's eye, seeing yourself standing on the shores of a great lake, the Lake of Avalon. Ah, the wind is blowing. There are small waves upon the water. A bell rings, and from the left-hand side of your vision, you see the barge to Avalon emerging from the reeds. The barge comes towards you and settles in front of you. You can climb onto the barge, where the crone priestess waits for you with the fairy being who will take you across the water to Avalon, that you might visit with your loved one, climbing into the barge, handing the fairy being a silver coin from your pocket. And the barge begins to move out across the water. The crone priestess invites you to sit in the prow of the barge, and you set off across the water, feeling the movement of the waves. In the far distance, you can see the tiny smudge of an island far, far away. That is the Isle of Avalon, the Western Isle of the Dead, where the dead go when they die. The crone priestess stands in the prow of the barge and begins to speak in a strange language you do not understand. Idalfonolava, ich lakustim ot idal, ich lakustim ot From the surface of the lake, mist arises. Mist that quickly obscures your view of the way ahead. All around you, the mist rises, a violet-white mist that thickens and becomes so strong you cannot see your hand in front of your face. Notice how you feel. As the wind comes, the priestess speaks again. Idal fonolva, trapru strim art roth She raises her arm, she parts her hands and opens as a gateway the mists. And there ahead of you, closer now, is the sacred isle, the Western Isle of the Dead. This is coming to you. You are going to walk upon the Western Isle, where you will be able to meet with your loved ones again. All of those who have passed before you into the other world, who dwell there. As you come into the shoreline, thank the fairy being for bringing you across the water and step out onto the land, noticing how beautiful it is. Here vegetation grows. Here there are trees and plants and creatures and animals and birds. It is a place of such beauty and lusciousness. It is here that your loved ones have come. They have come here as they passed over, as they passed from the embodied to the disembodied state. As they died, they came here. The crone priestess leads you into a clearing, and you sit upon a wooden log. You're surrounded by trees, and you begin to notice from the trees that there are people, shapes of people coming towards you, people you know or you once knew, those you love, that you love still, who still love you. They're coming towards you. They have things to say to you. You need to listen for what they say, and you can speak to them of how you feel, the love you have for them. Take a few moments to communicate with them. Offer your love. Your forgiveness for any hurts that were caused, for any hurt you received. Release the karma between you, the places of wounding. Release them here in this beautiful land. Speak your gratitude for knowing them. Here you may hug them and kiss them and offer them the love you feel. See them smile. And now in this moment, we must return from the land of the dead. The crone priestess comes and takes us away from this place and back to the shoreline where the barge is waiting. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As you climb onto the barge, which begins almost immediately to move out across the water, away from the Western Isle of the Dead, waving to your loved ones, goodbye, I'll see you again, thank you so much. And the mists come, and quickly the barge is surrounded by mist, and the island is obscured, hidden in the mist. The crone priestess speaks again in the secret language. Idalfunulava, Idalfunulava, Kna tu ro, Gini Gnirbe, or Nolava, Idal Trapustim Rof Su. And the mists part, and there ahead of you is the mainland. And you make your way to the mainland. The barge moving across the water, coming to rest where you began, giving thanks as you climb out of the barge and onto the land. And blessed be.
When my time comes, you will call to me, Lady of Avalon, Lady of the Boundary. You hold me in your arms and comfort me. Lead me beyond this veil. Lady of the Boundary, I descend At the gates of dawn I hear your call. Come closer, your love is all. Deep within, to the echoing chamber, your barge draws near. I brave the path of loss, of rebirth. Your song is all I can hear. You take all I no longer need, the memories of pain. You grasp the hurricane within, and my gold within rises again. When my time has come, you call to me, and I will cross, Lady of the Boundary. Blessed be.
I am the crown of Avalon, and as my dear sister said, time is dying, time is precious, but we are not dead yet. We are here in this beautiful ceremony, connecting together. Here, I call to you now to release. I call to you to let go into the cauldron of Caradwen. To surrender your fear to me. To surrender your worries. To let go of doubt. To let go of self-worth. To breathe in empowerment. To breathe in confidence. Come, my family, come. Come and join me and shake it off. Allow your shake self to move, to shake, release, to let go. Moving your neck, moving your head, move your body. Look towards your candle. Release any worries you have, any thoughts or negative feelings into that candle flame, to let it burn away, to let it go. Let it go. Sounds like a good song. Let it go. Releasing all the things that no longer serve you. Shake off those shoulders. Shake off those burdens. I invite you to feel the presence of your voice, to cackle, to laugh. Here you can even unmute yourself for a moment to cackle your voice, to share your sound with this ceremony. Letting it go. Feel your voice and surrender to the sound of togetherness. Breathing in commitment to yourself. For we are still alive. Yes, I think so. Mike? Yes. We are here to share the words of Goddess, to be her breath, to be her voice, to be her love and her truth out in the world that is so desperate right now for her love and her healing. So please take it out with you. Share this love. Down in the cauldron of Catherine, transformation and change come. Now, without you realizing, I sent you all my Morgan Mazaway, goddess of transformation, slight mischief, slight worry. But she comes and she takes away all of your fears now and she bends them. She just goes, wee, boom, gone. And she hugs you, she holds you, she embraces you, as do I. To know that I am always here. I am the crone. That sounds scary. I am your grandmother, your great grandmother. I am all of your grandmothers way back through time. I am here to share with you my love, my connection, my embrace, to nurture you, to hold you, and yes, to give you a lesson sometimes. But I love you. I love you. I love you. Blessed be.
It is time for the oracle. Today I'm going to use the Crow Oracle, the Crow Tarot. Yeah, very appropriate for Samhain. So I would like to invite you to take a deep night breath and choose between this symbol, the key, the chalice, or the cat. I invite you to comment in the chat what symbols is catching your attention. So we open to receive the wisdom of the goddess. The key, well, people is still choosing, so I wait in few seconds. So if you choose the key, the card is the star. The star is the intuition, the destiny, the good luck. You can see the mother stars, the red thread, this robin, this bird. And this card is telling you, you are blessed, follow your destiny, connect with your authenticity. You are unique. You have unique talents to share with the world, with people. Seek the inspiration in your dreams, in the full moon, in the new moon. Connect with the goddess, the crown goddess, the wisdom to create new projects in your life. Seek your destiny and embrace your destiny, the changes, The star is telling you a big change is coming in your life. You have to be ready to embrace this change. And remember, you are blessed. You are blessed from the goddess. Open yourself to receive the blessings, of the goddess. Maybe you discover new talents. Maybe you discover you have something very important to share with others. And follow the red thread, the destiny, the star. Also, you can connect with the water, with the healing water. And remember to connect with your authenticity. Don't compare yourself with others. Everyone is a star. Everyone has a unique destiny. Follow your star and connect with your missions in this life. Blessed be. So if you choose the chalice, we have a very appropriate chalice card. We have the Empress, the chalice. So the Empress is the creativity, is love, is the boom of the goddess. In this time of Samhain, we are in the boom of the goddess, in the darkness. We need the darkness to connect with our creativity, to create something very beautiful for the world. The boom of the goddess is a magical energy. Feel that transformative energy in your soul. Ask the goddess what you need to release in the cauldron and feel this transformation in your heart. Also, the projects needs time to manifest into the physical world. We need time also to process everything that is happening in our life. Also, the Empress, the crow is flying, and the Empress says, we have to see beyond the veil. We have to see far away. We have also to think very big, because the goddess guides us in this time. Also really love the chalice is here inside to the heart and the sun. And this card remember us in the darkness also there is a light. We are not alone. Maybe we need to connect with the dark energies of the goddess to see the light, to see the shadows, to face the shadows, and also embrace these shadows with love. Blessed be. So the last one, the cat, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is intuition, is connecting with the divine, connecting with the higher self. The Priestess is guiding us to the underworld. The High Priestess is telling us, I'm here to guide you in the shadows, to heal the pain, to heal the sorrow. Don't be scared in this journey. I'm here for you. The High Priestess also has the veil, and we are in a very special moment. The veil is really thin, and we can connect with the other world. We can connect, we can see the beloved ones. We can see the goddess, the magical creatures of the goddess. Trust in yourself, trust in your intuition. And also, the High Priestess is guiding you to your wisdom. That journey is a very, very deep journey to connect with your soul, to release everything that you don't need anymore. The High Priestess also is remember you. She's remember. You are a very ancient soul. Connect with the ancient wisdom, maybe with the past life. So this is a very deep, deep, deep card. And the High Priestess or the Priestess is guiding you through the veil of mystery. Blessed be.
And now I would like to offer you a bit of energy and love as we come to the end of our beautiful ceremony this Samhain with a song that is much loved in our community. You might know it already. Anyway, feel free to join in. Digging in the deep, digging in the dark, to find that spark. Digging in the deep, digging in the deep. Struck gold in the bottom of my soul. Digging in the dark, digging in the dark, to find that spark. Digging in the deep, digging in the deep. Struck gold on the bottom of my soul. Digging in the dark, digging in the dark, to find that spark. Digging in the deep, digging in the deep. Struck gold in the bottom of my soul. Digging in the dark, digging in the dark, to find that spark. Digging in the deep, digging in the deep. Struck gold in the bottom of my soul. Digging in the dark, digging in the dark, to find that spark. Digging in the deep, digging in the deep. Struck gold in the bottom of my soul. One more time. Digging in the dark, digging in the dark, to find that spark. Digging in the deep, digging in the deep. Struck gold in the bottom of my soul. Blessed be.
So now it's time to close the wheel for this night.
Throne Mother, Throne of Avalon, Kedadwin, Chilenagig, Morgan Mazaway. Thank you for your presence, for blessing us with abundance and joy of releasement and letting go, for seeing our loved ones, for connecting with our ancestors. Be with us in our hearts, in our mind and soul. Hail and farewell until we meet again.
Thank you all very much for joining tonight. I will close with today's sponsors, and I want to thank everyone for their beautiful invocations and whatever they brought here today, and all of you for joining. The last song we heard was written by Sally Pollinger, and if you would like to dive more into her teachings and into her energy, we invite you to take the Way of the Oracle, which is starting in January. We've touched on many sensitive things today, and I saw many of you cry. But also heal. And if you feel like the healing is calling you, you can take a soul healing intensive healing course with Karen Persons, which starts in February. And if the Norns and the North calls you, then there's an offering of the path of the Vitki and Völva, which is taught by Olaf Lindquist about ancient Nordic wisdom, also starting in February. And next season is already singing when we meet the stars. And if that is what calling you, Mariah Jones is offering her beautiful silver spiral again that will start next year in March. And with great joy, I'm sharing today to the International Temple that there are offerings now in Spanish and in Italian, meditations where you will meet the goddess and the Lady of Avalon and travel to the sacred island in your native languages if you wish. I've posted everything in the chat, and I say thank you and wish you a blessed Samhain. Blessed be.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Blessings.
Thank
Thank you for the
you.
ceremony.
So we blessing to everyone.
Bless Samhain to everyone.
Samhain, everyone.
Yay. Lovely to see you all.
Lovely to see you.
See you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
See you next
you.
time.
Gracias. Bye-bye.
Gracias.
Buonanotte, grazie a tutti.
Night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
I'll
Good
see you
night.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Dream of Avalon.
We do always. Woo!
That's it.
Well done, everyone. Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.